Next shock attempt, we're going to try over here. They've already rallied, rolled to receive, so we're not going to go there. It's going to go straight to firepower down a third. 96 down a third, we're at 64%. 17, this time they crippled one off, which causes a 5% morale check for the general. You pass through the firepower zone. French got to take a morale check. They roll a 6. That should be okay. They've lost, see, they got 6 figures, so they've lost 2. So that's going to be 7 down 2 is a 5, but the general's going to bring back 1 for 6, so they pass. Now we got to do differential. We know they're a 10, and they were originally a 7, lost 2 figures as a 5, but the general brings back 1 for a 6. So it's a 6 to a 10, that's a -4 on the 150% chart. We've seen this table before. And they roll a 1. That's disorder, retire, lose 1 figure for the attackers. Disorder, lose 1 figure for the defenders. So the attackers got beaten off again, leaving more men on the ground. But they did inflict a loss. The Austrian Freikorps, and there's a chance for each officer from the Malay. 76 or 79 is not going to do it. And Del Carretto, for all the Malays, he's already rolled actually, because we rolled for the first round. So, that concludes that segment. But I could have come and done an assault over here just as easily as I could have done one over there. So coming over here, we're going to do our best assault first. We're going to try, well, we'll use this column. So we got a 5 coming in. Well, first we've got to roll receive. So it's rolled this little 2-figure detachment. They rolled a natural 1. So they're going to be up for the fight. And this unit, since it's all the same zone that's being assaulted, they rolled a 3, so they're going to fight. 2-figure firing doubled. 19. They caused a loss. And the 3 figures firing, remember that this whole zone they're defending. They rolled a 27. They caused a loss. They pretty much crumpled this assault. So we got to take a down 2 morale check. That's equivalent of a 6 down 2 is a 4, but they get the officer back, which is a 5. They roll a 1, so they're up. So not only is this side up, but this side's up. Go figure. Well, they're both up, because they both rolled a 1. So, figure the best defense for the defender first. They started with an 8, lost a figure as a 7. They get 3 for the wall, which makes them a 10, and that's it. And that's going to be the best defense, because there's 1 more figure in this unit than there is this unit, even though this one's up 1. So it's a 10 to a reduced down 2 from 6 is a 4. So it's a 4 to a 10, that's a -6 on the 100% chart. Rolled a 2, DR, disorder, retire. So this battalion got thrown back. Next assault. Let's go with the general's assault this time. We've already rolled receive, so we passed there, so they just got to fire. Remember, this is down a third fire now. 37, not from 2 figures. And the 3 figure, 45 is not going to do it either. It's going to, well, it might be close. Let's run that one down. 3 figure, 3 rank. Base is 30, doubled is 60. Down a third is going to be 40. So nope, they missed. So, no losses coming in. Best defense, we already know, is a 10. And this is a 6. Officer's a 7. So it's a -3. And it's 8 to 5. Which is going to be 150%. So 150% to 7, -3, 150%. 1. Disorder, retire for the attackers, lose a figure. And the defenders are going to lose a figure. It usually comes out of the highest ranking unit. And there's a chance for the French general to be wounded. Nope. So he gets thrown back. Nobody's routing over here, so there's no additional route checks in the area. That's a key thing to remember here. Last assault. We've already received. Last of the defenders hugging a wall. So we're going to take firepower. Oh, they're also disordered. I forgot that it was a DR1, D1. Turn him sideways. So, disordered fire. 2 figures, down a third, down a third. That's pretty atrocious capabilities here, basically. Odd 5. Would you believe it? They even hit. The base with 2 figures. Disordered is a 10. Doubled is 20, and down a third, down a third. Well, 5's going to do it. They winged one. Morale check. Rolled a 6. That's exactly what they didn't need, so they rolled, because they were a 6 down 1 is a 5, so they went into disorder. So we got a bunch of guys fighting in disorder along a wall. That's what we got here, basically. So let's do the actual differential calculation. First, the French, they started with a 6, lost a figure as a 5, and morale disorder takes them down to a 3. The Piedmontese, well, they're both the same size, so we got an 8, down 2 is a 6, disordered is a 4. The wall, that's going to give them 3, it makes them a 7, and their elites, I should remember to do that, that makes them an 8. So it's an 8 to a 3, so it's a -5 on the 7 to 4, 150% chart. Roll a 5, another disorder retire, which converts to a rout. So these guys took off and routed down the hill. Now when it converts to a rout, that doesn't mean the same as an R result on the table. You got to get a physical R to remove 2 figures. But they're going to do some morale checks here. This semi-fresh battalion rolled a 6, they're okay because they weren't within 2 inches, and the gun was 7, they're okay. And that concludes the assault phase. After the shock combat phase, there's a mutual artillery fire phase. The gun rolled an Ot 6, which is real close. And run it out. 6 guns, a 4-pounder, base on a mass target's 58. 1/10 of that is going to be 5.8 rounded up to a full Ot 6. So they inflicted a loss. Even the 4-pounder got somebody at the end. Then comes a mutual infantry fire phase, but nobody's within 4 inches, so there's no fire. And that's where I'm going to leave the game at. As you can see, the French are pretty much shattered in a lot of their unit conditions. The Piedmontese aren't much very good shape. It's an if that they would take it. Historically they didn't, and they had to surrender the following day. In summary, the Piedmontese Austrians lost a total of 6 figures, and the French at this point in time have lost 18 figures. So it looks like it's going to be a Piedmontese victory, and they're going to get the honors of war on the following day, which again is historically what happened. Thank you for viewing the video. If you have any comments, please give me a call or contact me via the Wargamerabbit About the Rabbit subpage, and I will gladly answer questions. Situation at the end of the scenario. As you can see, the French are either streaming back away from the hill. There's only one route, so most likely all these units would rally up. A lot of them are diminished from the original 8-figure size, so consequently they're not going to be as viable going up that hill again today, because those losses will be compounding against them. So there we leave it.